Hello everybody, welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And welcome back to Lovers in Dangerous Spacetime. I'm about to take on the Orion boss here, which can be quite challenging. Single player. Alright, let's see what gem that we get to... Alright, so we got another metal gem. I don't know for sure if I really want to put that on really anything that we've got going here. I'll leave stuff as is, I guess. Alrighty.
Alright.
Here we go.
Let's do it!
The Hunter.
Oh. Constellation coming to life.
Alright, so... my strategy with this one is actually quite a bit different than it has been with the others.
Ooh, it's covered in ice.
Doppler is not the best necessarily at operating the shields in a way that is helpful for this boss.
Okay.
So I'm actually manning the shield myself.
Wow, alright.
And I'm
I
just going to
like
send Doppler around the ship to different stations as it becomes helpful.
That is interesting.
And honestly, like, I don't even need to move the ship throughout this. Ooh, here's where it can get challenging, though, with these icicles and stuff. But, you know, early on in the fight, not getting too bad yet.
Yeah, I'm glad you have some experience. Because
It
looks
can be
difficult.
It can go a bit slowly with, you know, Doppler being on the cannons and... No, Doppler, I want you on the... See, like, that kind of stuff, even.
Yeah.
Can we get, like, a video game AI equivalent to, like, Chat GPT or whatever? I would like to have something that advanced assisting me.
No kidding. You know how many chat bots there are? I mean, like, there's basically a new one every day. I don't know how many we need.
Here we go, phase 2.
Whoa. Cut in half.
So you do have the option to, you know, go to the outer rim of this area, but because of what the legs do, it is not advisable, at least in my opinion.
Doppler, no! You're shooting it into ourselves.
I mean, it doesn't hurt us. We've got that SPF 1000.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But, like, it was just... we didn't really have a good angle on... Ouch.
Oh.
Okay, we're kind of getting pushed out of the center now. This is not good.
Go Doppler.
Okay, real quick. I'm going to have Doppler hop on the shield. I'm going to get to the engine. And,
Gotta move back a little bit.
see, especially with avoiding terrain damage,
Yeah.
the pet AI is not so great.
It's good the shield actually protects from that, though. It's like a Viking boss.
Oh, there we go, finally.
Come on, Doppler, hit the sun. Oh.
Well, we got a little more damage on him.
Yeah, at this point, I wish I could be the second player. We got that working. Or I should say, if the game supported that.
Yeah, it does local co-op, but not online, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Ice armor. At least
Really?
Doppler shoots the bullets.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to put Doppler on this thing for now. See if that does
Oh.
I don't know if that's really doing much better.
Yeah, he needs to shoot another fireball.
But yeah, that's the trouble with this boss. You kind of have to wait for a fireball to come up before you can even do any damage.
Yeah.
And geez, okay.
He knows what he's
I'm not doing the best on the shields myself, really.
But do the shields even block the sword spinning attack?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just sometimes it goes a bit too quick between getting hit by that and, you know, the rebound toward the terrain.
I gotcha. Well, he got some damage in. That's good.
Yeah. Oof.
It's gonna be a close one. We're about at the same health. Oh no, he still has the ice armor.
Yeah, there was somewhere in the midst of that where Orion lost some armor, and I'm really not sure how. Okay, how was I not blocking those?
Yeah, I don't know. Come on, Doppler, one more attack. Okay, the ice armor's off.
Yeah, but now we're, like, out of range.
Need to be able to see him. No. I think the armor's back.
Now that armor's gone
he
again,
got
but...
it. Uh-oh. Leg poked you.
Which is almost better that the leg poked us, because it brought us back toward the middle.
Come on, Doppler.
Okay, you know what? Real quick, I'm hopping off the shield,
Yeah.
and now I'm hopping back on the shield.
This is super close. Super intense. Yes! Puts the shield off. Just hit him.
Ah, dang it.
Oh no!
There were too many things going on there.
Well, do you think this is a good time for the verse of the day?
Yeah, that would
While we catch
probably
up.
be nice.
All right, Ephesians 5. We're still working through Ephesians. And I'll just start with verse 1. Go probably to verse 20. So Ephesians 5 verse 1. Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. But among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality, or of any kind of impurity, or of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people. Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place, but rather thanksgiving. For of this you can be sure, no immoral, impure, or greedy person, such a person is an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and God. Let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of such things God's wrath comes on those who are disobedient. Therefore do not be partners with them. For you were once darkness, But now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light, for the fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness, and truth. And find out what pleases the Lord. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. But everything exposed by the light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes light. This is why it is said, "Wake up, sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. Do not get drunk on wine, which leads to debauchery. Instead, be filled with the Spirit, speaking to one another with psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit. Sing and make music from your heart to the Lord, always giving thanks to God the Father for everything, in the name of Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, this is, phase 2. Nice. This is, very extremely clear on how Christians should not just accept sin and sinners and treat them like you would any other Christian. Like, I've heard people say things like, oh, well, Jesus spent his time with sinners, so, therefore you don't really need to worry about it. You can just spend time with whoever you want and, not worry about it. But this is a perfect example of, it specifically says, do not spend time with people who are, what does it say? I'm going to find the exact quote. For this you can be sure no immoral, impure, or greedy person, such as an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and God. Therefore do not be partners with them. And so it's not just, hey, Jesus died and it's all good, do whatever you want, hang out with whoever you want. Like, no, you have to still live as a good Christian. No hint of sexual immorality or any kind of impurity or of greed, because it's improper for God's holy people. Now, of course, we're sinners and we're all gonna mess up, but this is more just talking about ideally you would not have any hint of impurity, greed, sexual immorality, all that kind of stuff. And I think part of it is even not just because it's a sin, because it is a sin, but it says these are improper for God's holy people, which I kind of take to mean something can be, it's kind of like you're setting an example, or not even an example, but you are representing Christians in the world. Like, the way you behave, whether you know it or not, the way you behave in the world is how it'll reflect on other Christians in the world. If someone, and I would hope people would find out that you're a Christian, everything you do will be judged and reflected on other Christians. So we all definitely have to be really careful about what we do, and it's more than just a solo endeavor. It is for you, but it's not just for you, it's for the whole community, I guess is another way to put it.
Yeah, and not that we should completely avoid people who sin or anything like that, because we can't entirely, but
right.
Don't just assume it's okay to spend all your time with them.
Yeah.
when, it might be to your own detriment to do so.
Wow. I think if you hadn't got him right then, he would have died again. That was close. That was crazy. Nice job.
Any other hit would have destroyed the ship again.
Nice work.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we just have to try to live the best we can and show other people really what being a Christian's all about with our actions. I think that's really important.
All right.
And hopefully that will encourage them to want to be Christians, because if they see your life and your happiness and contentedness, I don't know what the word would be, then they'll say, hey, I'm unhappy in my life. How do I get to be like that guy or girl or whatever?
Yeah. And not even just necessarily that you're happy all the time or anything like that, but like just that something about you is different.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think? Should I get into the next?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll probably just do the first mission.
Okay.
Come to think of it, the jelly roll ship would have been really helpful in that boss fight. Because no terrain damage.
Yeah, and then you can leave Doppler on one cannon and just rotate the ship. But that worked.
Or even just for the sake of operating the shields and not having to point it in the direction of...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Be careful around white dwarf stars. Their gravitational fields are very strong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that would be the gravitational field that I'm currently in. See how much I'm struggling to get out of it? Like,
yeah, what the heck? You need a power gem just to get out?
I think I just need to... Well...
Slingshot out, maybe? I don't know.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Oh no! Where's
Man, this is
Doppler?
seriously not working. Okay. The friggin' triangle dude, Illuminati agent, is gone. Alright, what gem do we get? Power gem. Alright, let's put that on the engine.
Yeah, I assume maybe that's what you needed to wait for. Maybe?
It's still like...
Jeez. Have you done this part before?
Yeah. Oh, come on. I was almost out of it. It's been a while. So I'm not even sure what the actual strategy is to get out of it. There we go. Jeez.
That's crazy.
And now I've got some enemies to deal with.
Oh, and just a side note, if you are... At the very beginning it said, this verse said, follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. And that is because that's a reference to the Old Testament, when the offerings of animals were, or I should say the fanciest offerings were very fragrant with different spices and scents, and so that's why that is added. Complete random side note, but I thought I'd mention it. Ouch. Seems like it's definitely more difficult.
A bit, but like that's
Yeah.
kind of how it should be. One might argue.
The final area. Yeah.
Plus, you know, all our gems got removed from all the stations on the ship, so
yeah.
there's another white dwarf star up there.
White dwarf.
Which, in case you didn't know, white dwarf stars are actually supposed to be like the hottest and most dense.
Yeah. I love learning about space. So interesting. And there's so much we don't know. Like, I think we talked about like space travel in a different episode, and like the closer you go to the speed of light, the slower time moves for you. So meaning like if you were moving at the speed of light for 5 years, it would be an instant for you, like it would be instantaneous for you, but 5 years would pass on Earth. So if you think about it, like Alpha Centauri, which is a very close planet that appears to have an atmosphere similar to Earth, is I think hundreds of light years away. So it's like if you could go the speed of light, which we don't think is really possible, but if you could, it would, you basically, everyone you knew on Earth would just be gone by the time you get there.
Yeah.
And not only does velocity or speed affect time in that way, but also gravity. So if we're talking about like a white dwarf star, the closer you are to the center of the, like it'd be too hot, but if you could get close to the white dwarf star or a black hole or something, if the gravity is strong enough, it has the exact same effect. So like you in the gravitational field, everything would be kind of slower, but the rest of the universe would be like aging super fast. Like crazy stuff out in space. Really wild.
Yeah, like
yeah, go ahead.
extra crazy kind of science information. There's like, I mean, with the James Webb Telescope and other stuff like that, there's reason, I don't know, it has basically called into question some things that scientists thought they knew about the universe.
Yeah.
Including its age.
Yeah, that...
Because, like, we've seen so far out that it's, like, we shouldn't even really be able to see the light from certain stars if, you know, the Big Bang Theory and all that stuff about the age of the universe really held true.
Yeah. Which kind of calls into question, like you said, a lot of the theories, like what if the big, like, we kind of think the universe is actually finite and expanding, and it probably is expanding, but now people are starting to say, like, well, what if it isn't really finite and it just is infinite, and we just can't see far enough. Like, we just don't really know. And it's too bad that that telescope they sent out there got damaged, like, almost immediately. We had, like, a couple days of incredible images that put into question a bunch of our theories, and then I think it got hit by one asteroid or multiple asteroids or something, and yeah, that's a little too bad. And I doubt we'll get enough money anytime soon to launch another one because it was super expensive. But very interesting stuff. To me, anyway. Some people don't really care too much about it. And that's also why that time dilation is why we probably won't see another species from another planet ever, because like, as far as we know, it just, even if they could make it here, it would take so long for us that we'll just never see it. Unless one of two things happened. They figured out warp, how to do warp speed, or a wormhole.
Yeah.
Those are the two options. Or if you could somehow use a black hole to do it, but we just know so little about black holes.
Oh, jeez. Like, so many enemies.
Oh my gosh.
Yay for Yamato cannon.
Yeah. Yeah, you made quick work of those. There's also just this dark matter that, like, basically, do you know what dark matter is? Because it's like...
I've got, like, a vague concept of what it is.
So, there's, like, these gravitational fields that space bodies can predictably move, usually. But there's a lot of stuff that we just can't explain why it moves in the way that it does, and there's apparently just like all this gravity from things that we can't see, so they just call it dark matter. They're just like, we don't know why this like energy is here, we don't know why this gravity is here, so we'll just call it dark matter. Like, basically anything we don't understand like what's happening, it's like, oh yeah, that's dark matter. It's pretty much what it is.
So really it's just because, like, it's just because we can't see it. Maybe because the gravity is too strong that it's like pulling in all semblance of light or something. I mean, I don't know for sure if that's the case, but...
Well, that's black holes do that, but some of it's like yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah, it could be something like a black hole that sucks in all the light, and we just don't know what's there. But I don't know how they see black holes. I actually did always wonder that, because like they can look somewhere and be like, that's where a black hole is. It's like, well, it sucks in the light, so I don't know how we know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of would have assumed that's just because, like, oh yeah, there's this light around the black hole.
Yeah. The event horizon.
Then it makes you wonder, why wouldn't it be the same with dark matter?
Yeah, exactly. And maybe that's the difference. Like, you can see the event horizon. That's where the light surrounds it. And with dark matter, it's just like completely invisible. So they just have no explanation. I don't know. Yeah, that kind of stuff fascinates me, and we'll probably never know in our lifetimes what is going on out there.
Alright, well, I have rescued the, minimum 5 space friends.
Yeah.
So we could totally just wrap this up here.
It's up to you. I'm glad we had at least one space discussion during an actual space game.
Yeah. I'm already, like, really close to the exit, so...
Alright.
The only other thing I would maybe want to check out is that spot on the radar where it actually, like, says, hey, here's some space friends.
Yeah.
I mean...
What's that part on the mini-map?
I've got enough time to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Honestly, the main reason a bunch of these missions take as long as they do for me is just because, like, I'm trying to eliminate all the enemies so they don't, like, become a massive problem later.
Yeah.
Because they will actually just, like, follow you all around the map if you don't get rid of them once they, like, sort of come into your view. Other than these ones that are, like, stuck on the asteroids or whatever. Oh, jeez.
We need a bigger shield. Actually, he's doing pretty good. So what does getting more than 5 friends do? Is that just for completion?
Well, and it also helps with unlocking the upgrades that get you, you know, the different power-ups and the ship types and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which, actually, if I got the next one... Well, not that I really need it now, but I could probably get one of the gumball variants that has you automatically start with, you know, gems at each station.
Yeah.
Okay, these are just regular enemies.
Somehow I could hear the game volume over your microphone for a second. Just the alarm.
Good grief. All these enemies. But then the metal gem. I can't believe I was just tempted to say came in like a wrecking ball there.
Oh, man.
Okay. I guess I'll go to the exit now. There's really not
Okay.
much else to explore.
Yeah.
Go away, Illuminati. I do not want you. There's the reminder from my phone about the dentist appointment. Even though that's not for another hour.
So that takes time to get ready. Man, I hate the dentist. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, 7 more space friends and I'll unlock rank 8, which lets me get one of those, like, preset things.
I see. King Cephas. Nice.
Another power
work.
gem. Where to put that?
I guess, yeah, one of the cannons. It's never hurts to power up the cannons.
Yeah. Really, the only combination that I would say is bad on the cannons is, like, power metal. Because that does the rocket things, and while the, you know, ability to control the rockets can be good, it's also terribly slow.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I guess that'll do it for now. I don't know if I want to... I don't know if this is giving away too much, but it looks like we might have about 2 more episodes left.
Yeah.
Just depending on how quickly or not I get through some of the other missions. Although one of them, if I remember right, is literally like you're on a time limit.
Oh, wow. Okay. So as long as
that's all I'm going to say about it. I won't say why you're on a time limit.
Okay. As long as you don't have to do it more than once, it's probably fine.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
Cool.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you for another video soon. But,
Yeah.
yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.